Welcome again to Belle Meade Winery. We're at the mansion today, and while you wanted to say mansion, it was actually a very large farmhouse. If you see some of the old southern mansions, you would see that this really is just a very elaborate farmhouse. But we're here today to talk about Gentleman's Blend. Now we are here today to get to know a little bit about William Giles Harding. William Giles Harding was the surviving son of John Harding. We met him over at the cabin a few episodes ago. So this is the son that would go on to make this place what it became, one of the greatest stud farms in history, actually. And so William Giles Harding was born in the old cabin, but he spent his childhood here on this property here at Belle Meade. And but he was given a property to run, and if you've ever been to Nashville and if you've ever been shopping at the Opry Mills Mall, that was the old Stone River property that William Giles was given to run. William Giles was a very wonderful student as a child at his boarding school, attended here in Nashville, and he went on to attend the American Military and Scientific Institute at the age of 14. He went to college at the age of 14. So he was a bright young man, but when he came home, he was all on fire about the idea of blood horses. Blood horses we know today as thoroughbreds. Thoroughbred horse racing was the sport of the day, the sport of kings actually. Horse racing and boxing would have been the two major sports. We didn't have all of the sports we have today. Horse racing was huge. And this property was famous for our horses. So I'd like to take you into William Giles Harding office and introduce you to the place where he did all his business. Now we're sitting right now on a little portico, and this would have been where, if you came to buy horses, you would have waited here to have an audience with William Giles Harding. So why don't we come on into the farm office with me today, and we're going to take a look at where he did business. So come with me. So this is where business was conducted here at the stud farm, Belle Meade Stud. Tennessee Centennial Exposition. We have a Centennial Rosé, and we'll talk about that later. But you just see it was a very small, cozy, comfortable place to conduct business. And here we have William Giles Harding. And this is a desk. He's kept ledgers of every purchase, of every breeding, of all of the stud services here. And he ran a very, very successful business. I'm going to put him down. This is his photograph, as you can see, that we used for the bottle. And so this is really the heart of where horse racing started. He registered the silks for Belle Meade, and he started the breeding. Now you see on the wall above his ledgers two of our famous horses, and this is Bonnie Scotland, and we talked about Bob Green, our American legend. These two are always connected, and Bob Green and William Giles Harding, as they got on in age and retired sort of from the business, and just they loved to reminisce together about all of the successful horses and all of the wonderful races that were won wearing the silks of Belle Meade Plantation. I want to talk a bit about the wine itself. William Giles Harding and Bob Green are always connected in the fact that he was the head hostler here. William Giles Harding did all of the business. So if he were going to show horses, he counted on the steady hand of Bob Green and these very feisty thoroughbreds to complete the sales of these wonderful animals. Bob Green and William Giles Harding were a great combination here at Belle Meade Stud, and so their wines are very similar in their production. So we have the American Legend last week as Barbera, Carignan, and Alençon Bouschet, and we see those same grapes in this blend. They are just produced differently. So you have, we talked about a little sugar on the American Legend, giving it a more round flavor. So this one has 0 sugar, but it's the same 3 grapes. Carignan takes the lead, and it's more of an ancient, very structured grape. And so it has this really rich earthiness. And when I walk into this office and I see the cigar, I think of cigars when I think of the Gentleman's Blend. It is just this rich, earthy, smoky, deep flavors. And that tells me that this wine was probably macerated longer. What does macerated mean? Well, on the next episode, we shall talk about maceration, and we'll talk about how the same 3 grapes produced in a different manner can produce a similar and yet different kind of wine. So I hope you enjoyed our little tour of the offices here at Belle Meade Stud, and I hope you enjoyed meeting William Giles Harding and some of the characters here that made up the success of this plantation. Thank you.